CDER group debt don't have the same powers as bailiffs, and I want you to know your rights so that if you get letters, phone calls or emails, you know exactly what they can and can't do. It's CDER Group's debt's job to prove that you owe the debt. So for example, they might say that you owe 100 quid for a parking ticket, catalogue debt or a bank loan, whatever it is, you need to make sure that it definitely belongs to you. Mistakes happen and sometimes details are mixed up. They need to provide actual evidence and the type that would stand up if they took you to court. So ask for the original credit agreement. I'll leave a prove it letter in the description for you, but make sure you don't sign it. I don't want to give them access to your signature, so make sure you don't sign it. CDER group debt are persistent, and that's how they make their money, but they have to abide by certain rules. Don't let them into your house. They have no right to come in. Just keep the door shut and talk to them through the letterbox if they show up. By law, if you tell them that you only want communication by email, then they've got to abide by it. They're not legally allowed to bombard you with calls. They can't ring you before 8 o'clock in the morning or after 9 at night. They're not supposed to call at weekends either. If you tell them that you only want to be contacted by email, then they have to respect that. And if they don't, you can make an official complaint. All the correspondence they send to you has to be comprehensible. Debt collectors aren't allowed to confuse you with jargon. Letters and emails should be easy to understand. If CDER group debt try anything underhand, like entering your home uninvited, acting like a bailiff, or even threatening jail, make a note of it, make all the times and dates, and complain. First, complain to the debt collection company and then to bigger bodies like the Financial Conduct Authority or the Financial Ombudsman Service. If they side with you, they might even owe you compensation. Check the date of your alleged debt. If it's over 6 years old, you've paid nothing towards it and had no correspondence, then it's statute barred. That means it isn't enforceable by law anymore and they can't take you to court. I've actually heard of some debt collectors buying debt that's statute barred to try their luck. If CDER group debt have proof that the debt is yours and you do believe that you owe it, remember that they only pay a fraction of the amount for it. So sometimes it's as little as 10p for every pound. So a bit of quick maths for you. Get your debt, divide it by 10, and that's probably the figure that they've paid for it. I doubt they'd accept what they paid as a settlement fee, but if you show them with a budget that has your income and expenditures, that it'd take you a long time to pay that amount of debt off, you can offer them a settlement figure between 30 and 50%, and they could say yes. So for example, if you owe £1,000, then they would have paid around 100 quid for that debt. They might accept between £300 and £500 to settle and write it off if they know that you can't afford much. But if you do get a settlement deal, always get proof of payment. Make sure that everything's in writing. CDER group debt could add a little extra something, fees or charges that you shouldn't be paying. Always ask for a detailed breakdown of what you actually owe. If you genuinely owe money and you can afford it, then it's best just to clear the debt and forget about it. But before cementing any agreement, get some advice. Organisations like Step Change and Pay Plan are fantastic debt charities and they can guide you. Their advice is free and confidential. After reaching out, you'll typically get a 30-day grace period to set up a repayment plan. But I'm aware that you may not have access to cash to pay your debts. So if you do feel like you're financially struggling and you don't really know where to start, then it might be worth looking into debt solutions. All of them come with their own set of pros and cons, so it's really important to research thoroughly so that you find the right solution for you. Some can lower monthly payments and others can write off some of the debt. If this is something that you want to explore, I'll leave a form below this video. It'll ask you a few questions like how much debt you owe and to how many people, and then at the end it'll connect you to a company that I've partnered with. You can ask loads of questions and see if any are the right fit for you. And if you do use that link, you'll be supporting Thrifty Family, so thanks.